On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Houston Texans.
Sanders set to kick off.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Come on. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. A short throw to Musgrave. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not only going to catch the football, he's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott. On the right.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from Abel's draft. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The Texans at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Hey!
1st and 10 at the 25.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and we get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really
one.
Good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the
a
whole
little
thing.
Bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen with Genty. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
19 Lions. Go Street. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides. Look at him go.
Wrap up.
Still moving. Touchdown, Houston. Luke Musgrave, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Green 19,
Out of the gun, Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's 35.
Here's Fields. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. From the 9, second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Easy.
To the air again, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are even at 10 apiece.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cowboy 80.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. There's a ball deep from Musgrave. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. You look at this Niner defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
On third down, he'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, first and goal. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Jalen Waddle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles, but they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Hawk 70, Hawk set, Buffalo 18. After 6,
A give out of the gun to Genty. Room here to run. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 33. That one good for 33 and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. They'll go again with Genty. Fights through and now a crease. Touchdown, Houston. Ashton Genty with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Extend.
Fields. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Down the left sideline. And he gets this one down to the 24. These two teams all tied after one.
1st down, 49ers.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. This is caught. And a across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Set to kick off.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
The 27-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right at the line of
Here's
scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This out quickly to Williams. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
70, 60 by 60 by.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Waddle now to return it. Fighting through. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Tackle made back at the 10-yard line.
Here we go. Good.
Now Fields. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. On the return is Jones. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen,
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Houston. Luke Musgrave with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. Yeah, we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw is Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again is Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. Kyle Manor, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead.
24. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fighting his way through contact. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Up the middle, it's Genty. Breaks through the contact. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
19 tight. Not deputy. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready, ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Big Lion. Ready.
J.T. will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken.
From the gun, here's Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fields. Looking long for Thomas. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here we go. Good. Up, let's go. 222.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fields. Thomas brings it in. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 29, Fields. Another catch there for Waddle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal, San Francisco.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners had taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on an opening drive of the second half.
31.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he returns this to the 22.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll set up the throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Ginty. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook
rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Chip split. Here we go. 3:19. Hey, Monday.
Now it's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Fields throwing again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part Johnny, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. A shotgun snap, Fields. Left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Fields. He's got the open man. It's Manor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
49er first down. 1st and goal, San Francisco.
Here we go.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
San Francisco.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Niners could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
31.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the give, Genty. And shedding through the tackle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw again on second down. Fields. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Back to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Carson Schlesinger in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. They'll drop to throw. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Second and 12. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And just shutting him off there.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Not 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that's caught by Williams.
He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A short throw to Musgrave.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
They'll look to throw again.
That's complete. Genty out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
They need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Here now, 3rd down.
Get it. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw here.
He'll try and do this himself.
And this one is incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could.